some preseason games with, I know LaGrange goes to Harris, Callaway goes to Bowden, and then next Saturday, Troop is hosting Cedartown. So boy, that's going to be 3 really fun games. So anyway, what we're doing today is we're going to have the Callaway LaGrange Troop football team. We're going to have each of the head coaches, Pete Wiggins for Callaway, Matt Napier for LaGrange, and then Tanner Glisson for Troop. And we're also going to have some of the players for each one of those teams that are going to be coming up and speaking today to talk about the season and their expectations. And we really appreciate each one of them for giving up their time and coming out and helping today. We also really appreciate some of the local media folks, our Columbus media folks, for coming out today. I know Drew Pavon, WTVN, appreciate you, man, and Tyler Redmond, WRBL, appreciate you, Tyler. Thank y'all so much. And it's going to be a fun day. And thanks to the Chamber of Commerce for letting us use their facilities here. And major shout out to April Ross, owner of ETV. When I mentioned last year that I thought this would be a good idea to do this, she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so it's been so awesome to have her support over the years. That means a lot to me personally. It's going to be a really fun day. And right now, I'd actually like to introduce our primary sponsor for today, Ricky Smith of Ricky Smith Roofing. If you wouldn't mind coming up, Ricky, we'll introduce you to the folks. How are you? Yeah. First of all, I appreciate you helping out today. You look around town to different sporting events. Ricky Smith Roofing is really a major sponsor for a lot of different events going on here in our community. What that tells me is you really want to support high school sports and sports in general in Troop County. That's really big for you guys, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I grew up in the city of LaGrange, Georgia. I think a lot of it, I like support the kids in sports and everything. Like show a positive thing towards the kids and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking before we started filming. Roofing has been in your family for literally decades.
Yes.
Just tell me a little bit about the history of roofing in your family.
My grandfather started it off. He was in business about 45 years. I've been in business 36 years. So we got a total of 80 years serving the same area. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and obviously it's something you wouldn't have done it this long if it's not something you have a passion for. So obviously you're providing such a valuable service, and when you go to somebody's house or home or whatever a business and take care of their needs, and they thank you for a job well done, and you give them something that's going to be around for decades, that's what it's all about, right?
Yes, sir. I really enjoy roofing business, and enjoy helping people put out the best of workmanship and I can put out and everything. I want them to have a roof like I got over on my house with no leaks, and I want to get able to do this here.
Yeah, it can be a little tough this time of year, though, can it, when it's this hot?
Real hot, yeah. You stay hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I really appreciate you helping out today and for everything you do for our community. I just wanted people to kind of put a face to the name of Ricky Smith Roofing.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Yes. Also wanted to thank our other sponsors, Nikki Franklin of Copper Carrot, provided some snacks today. Thank you so much. And Dr. Jimmy McCamey of the Family Life Center. We really appreciate them. And when we come back, we're going to get started with the Callaway High football team. And once again, appreciate Coach Wiggins and all the players. And thanks for everybody for tuning in. We'll be back.
We just gonna bring them up, but we're gonna wait till we get. Okay, no problem. I knew it was gonna be an intro, so, yeah. Just take your time.
Yes.
Yeah, you go, y'all can come on in.
But you know what? That's gonna be so worth it.
We'll make sure we get it.
Oh, great, man. It was like a million little childhood dreams coming true right now. You know what I mean?
You're right.
You know, I interviewed.
Come on, Zach, sit up here with me.
sure your phone's
Okay.
on silent. Yes.
Okay, just let us know, right? You got on YouTube? Okay. Let me know. You know one second. You ready? Wait, your car gonna go back. You ready, Kevin? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right, hey everybody, this is Kevin back here at the LaGrange Chamber of Commerce, back here for our BTV Sports Media Day. Right now, really appreciate the Callaway Cavaliers for coming out and representing today. Head Coach Pete Wiggins and Coach Andrew Caraway and the players, really appreciate y'all so much. You know, I was saying in the previous segment, it's kind of hard to believe a week from today, y'all are going to be playing football against a Bowden team that's pretty decent from what I hear. They've won a few games these past few years. That's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to this season. It's going to be so much fun for this Callaway football. The expectation is what it is coming into every season. This is a team and a program that you expect to compete for region titles and to compete for state championships, and Callaway's done that consistently over the years. Of course, the Cavaliers won it all in 2020, which is still, as a sports journalist, one of my favorite days. I can still remember being there at Georgia State, Center Park Stadium. God, what an absolutely amazing day that was. And to see Coach Wiggins get that state title was pretty special. So this is going to be a lot of high expectations for the Cavaliers. Part of the reason is because of these guys you see up here today. The Cavaliers had another really good season last year, finished 9-3, I think I had that right. Started out really tough, couple of games against Cass and Opelika, lost those two, then won 9 in a row, got to the second round of the playoffs and lost a heck of a game to Stevens County, 35-33. So the Cavaliers are led by Coach Pete Wiggins. Coach, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to brag on you here for just a moment. Coach Wiggins has been the head coach at Callaway since 2005, which is kind of hard to believe, Coach Wiggins. I know we always joke whenever we do these that we've been doing it quite a while now, and neither one of us has aged a day, which is pretty remarkable if you think about it. But Coach Wiggins has a record of 187-61. He's actually a little bit of trivia, the winningest coach in Troup County history. I believe last year you passed Oliver Honeycutt and Steve Pardue, who are two pretty dang good coaches. 11 region championships, semifinal appearances in 2013, 16, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Won the state championship in 2020, like we talked about. And to me, it's the consistency. Callaway's been in the state playoffs every year since 2006. And Callaway's won at least one playoff game every year since 2012, again, which is really remarkable. And before last year, the Cavaliers had actually been to the third round or further for 8 straight years. And again, to achieve that level of consistency is a testament to obviously players who put in the work year after year, and to a coaching staff led by Coach Wiggins, who pushes these guys to be their best throughout the season. I know a lot of people, you kind of think, well, football season's just getting started. And I'm sure these players and Coach Wiggins would tell you that football season never really ends. As soon as that last game is over, you take a little time off, and then you get started. You start thinking about that next season, and you jump into the off-season program, and it's just kind of one season to the next. Spring practice, summer ball, and official practice. Next week, full contact practice starts, and then you start playing. So it really is a year-round process, and you have to have an incredible commitment from the players and the coaches. So I know Coach Wiggins will come up here and tell you a little bit about this team. And I'm excited to see what these guys can do. It's going to be a really, really fun season. I should also point out Coach Wiggins has a daughter in high school now in Monroe. It's going to be a freshman. I think he said she's going to be playing softball, flag football, and soccer. So that's going to be really, really cool for you. I know Callaway for Coach Wiggins, it's not just a place he works, it's really become your home over these past more than 20 years, because you were at the school for 3 years before you became the head coach. So anyway, nobody wants to hear me talk. I just wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about the team and the history of this Callaway program. And I know Coach Wiggins, you're not looking back. Looking back is, you could do that when you retire. Right now you're thinking about this season and what y'all hope to accomplish. And I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, Coach Wiggins, just come up here and talk a little bit about this team and what your hopes are. And I really appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks.
First, I'd like to say thank you for allowing us to be here, Miss April and Kevin with BTV. What a special event for our community to be here with our players, coaches, not only Callaway but LaGrange Troop. And just want to say thank you guys for allowing that to happen today. It's very special for young people in our community. To our team, Kevin, thank you for the comments. Really appreciate you for a very long time covering our team and covering athletics in Troup County. I see you everywhere. I see you on the road at home games, at away games, at all levels, from high school to middle school, and each sport is really impressive. And thank you so much, Kevin, for what you do for the community. To our team, talking about our team, we've had a really good summer. We've got 19 seniors that I'm really proud of. 4 of them are here with us today, and I look forward to those guys coming up here talking. And it could be, we could have brought a lot of guys, and there's a lot of guys that are doing what they're supposed to do on a daily basis and have been for a very long time. And I'm excited, to see where our team can go. We all have goals, but the determination and the work ethic with this group is special, and I'm excited about the opportunity that our football team has this year. We have a challenging schedule, but that's part of it. We like that. We embrace that. Starting off with Bowden a week from today. One of the premier teams in the state of Georgia. Coach Finley does a phenomenal job. He's got really good players, really a huge tradition in Bowden. So they're going to be at Callaway Stadium Friday. And so that'll be a big challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it. That's the kind of team. They have the kind of players, and they're coached, and we feel like that's the kind of opponent that'll help make us better for the ultimate goal down the road. And after that, we play Prince Avenue, Opelika's. And then our entire schedule. I feel like it's very challenging. A lot of really good teams and really good players throughout the season that'll help make a shot, for the playoffs. And but the non-region, I always like to talk about the non-region. I feel like it's a very challenging schedule with Cook County, Columbia, and so playing those kind of teams, each week you see really good players that are with the ability to make big plays. You see teams that are coached well, that are physical, having to go on the road to Cook County, a team with a lot of tradition. All those things we hope prepare us for the region, and that's the plan, and then later on for the playoffs. But back to our team and our seniors. These guys, they work really hard since January, or really for 4 years now. This is starting their senior year, and I remember I sent several of these guys when we had our youth camp about a month ago. I remember when they came over for the first time at the youth camp, and as rising freshmen, and I keep those kind of pictures on my phone because it's really cool to me to watch these guys grow up, and I know their families, and it's really special. We talked about a couple of days ago, just meeting with the seniors after practice, just the camaraderie that I feel like that they have, but watching them grow up, watching them lead our team, and then come back and you know, work the youth camp 4 years later, and be on the field and you know, working with young kids. And I think it's really special. I think that they enjoyed that day, and I know I sure did. But you know, the guys have worked extremely hard in the weight room, on the field, and you know, we're leading up to next Friday night, starting their senior year, and it sure goes by fast. But I think they have a grasp of that, and I know they have big goals for themselves and for our football team. Yesterday we went down to the Drive Bar down in Hogansville, and we hit a lot of golf balls, and I thank Brett Chapman for that. And that was a big day, and I really enjoyed getting to watch these guys swing a golf club. I sat over to the side because I'm not very good, but anyway, we had a big day doing that, so that was really special. But I want to talk about our coaching staff. Zach Giddens, Casey Smith, our offensive defensive coordinators, those guys, they're doing a phenomenal job right now, and they're working hard. Those guys spend so many hours, you know, preparing before we ever get to the field, and I'm really fortunate to be, you know, a part of just a great group of guys, and I always, you know, I try not to name names because I leave people out, but what a great group of men to work with. Our staff, you know, I always like to say they're great coaches, but for me, it's they're great people, and I feel like that our coaches make an impact on our kids' lives, and I think these guys can carry a lot of things that they learn on the field from the coaches, from experience in practice. They'll carry it for a lifetime in whatever direction they choose. And but back to just saying again, very fortunate to be a part of such a great staff and people that are committed, you know, to our team and to our school, and just making a great impact on young people's lives. Our community, I'd like to talk about our community. You touched on some past seasons earlier, Kevin, with the state championship, and just you know, traditions. You know, over the years, and time has went by, and we are getting older, Kevin. But you know, I'm really proud to kind of sit back and think about you know, the guys that have come through our program, and just see their successes, and you know, to remember back to when, you know, they were doing 6 sets of 8 in the weight room, and they were going out on the field for 3 hours a day, and you know, watching them grow and giving themselves an opportunity, you know, to play at a higher level, or whether they chose to play college ball or not, just becoming you know, a better person from the work ethic that you learn from the game. But you know, the players, the coaches, you know, our community's always supported us so well, and so there's so many things that you know, make our school really special, and I'm really proud of. Right now, I also want to mention, and if you're not at the school on a daily basis, you should take time to ride through the campus and just check out the facilities. And I want to say thank you to the administration in Troup County. I mean, we're getting closer to the finish date with our IPF, and then they'll start on another project at Callaway High School and with our theater. But it's just really exciting right now to see our facilities and see our school grow. And I always like to refer to it as little AA country school. But you know, it's a special place, and our facilities are really have really been upgraded, and are really special for us right now.
Coach, if you don't mind, would you mind introducing the seniors you were with?
Okay. To my right, Jeffrey Ellis. All right. In the middle, Jeremiah Dunn. Right here on the end, Blake Harrington. And over here with Coach Caraway, is Zay Anderson, and I said Coach Caraway, but our recruiting coordinator, who also played at Callaway a long time ago, Andrew Caraway, who was very involved with our coaching staff on a daily basis, and he handles our recruiting and our media, our social media, and he does a great job at that, and we appreciate what Coach Caraway does.
Coach, if you don't mind, just talk a little bit about the senior class as a whole. I know
Okay.
how much this group means to you. You mentioned they've been around for quite a while, and they've won a lot of games, haven't they?
They sure have, and so this senior class, we, after practice 2 days ago, kept the seniors to talk 5 or 6 minutes, and you know, I'm looking at faces, and you know, a lot of these guys have older brothers, they have uncles, they have maybe their parent that I remember. I'm old enough now that I remember, you know, 20 years ago, a family member of this class that was at Callaway High School. So it's really a special group to me. You know, it's the guys have been very dedicated. They work hard. I think they do a great job leading our school. I think that you know, when you have a jersey on, it's a big weight. It's a big responsibility, and I think that these guys do a phenomenal job with that responsibility. I think they make a huge impact on the climate of our school. I always say that you know, I believe the football team's successes sure make a good day at a school, and I feel like that our senior class, you know, when they walk around in the school building, I think they do a good job of representing our football team and representing our school. But you know, they've throughout the summer, they've been very dedicated in the weight room. Our attendance has been very good. You know, their grades are consistent, and they've been very steady and solid. I've been very proud of their you know, their academic work, and that's always such a big deal. The recruiting process for our senior class has been really good, so I'm proud of them. And all that says is, you know, a lot of from the work ethic, the academics, you know, that they do what they're supposed to do, and you know, they have great families at home that have always got them to practice for a long time, and I feel like these guys do a great job representing their families in our school.
Coach, you guys last year started the season 0-2 before winning 9 straight games into the playoffs. If you could just talk about what the turnaround looked like behind the scenes.
Well, we started off last year. You know, you play Cass High School and Opelika. Number one is pretty good opponents, and so you know, this team with a lot of depth. I mean, you know, Opelika. We played Opelika several times now. It's always been you know, a very physical, tough game, and you know, so I'm looking forward to that game again this year. But you know, they got a lot of bodies and they're well coached, and so Cass the same way. I mean, they're a 4A school, and great coaching staff, really good players. But you know, I feel like that personally on my end, it was last year, a year ago, I was still waiting, and this is just me personally. I was still waiting to be cleared to be on the field, and it was a great lift for me to actually get that go and get the news that I could be down on the field, because you know, when you're on the grass on the sideline for so long, I mean, that you know, that's my life, you know. So that was a huge deal personally for me to get to be back on the sidelines. But you know, our team, I think it's a great testimony for our team. We start off 0-2 playing Cass, playing Opelika, 2 really good opponents that most of the people across the state would have a hard time with. So I think it's a great testimony to these guys sitting up here at this table. I mean, they never doubted. You know, we went and we each day we practiced well. They stayed consistent in the weight room, and hey, we just you know, they believe in what we do. You know, and there's a tradition at Callaway, so we had some good things happen, and got some confidence, and got rolling. And as games went by, as weeks went by, I feel like we got better. And sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes playing really good opponents for our coaching staff and to see, hey, we need to do this or we need to do that to make some adjustments. So I felt like there's several things that contributed to winning 9 games in a row. But number one, the players, they handled that adversity and they kept working, they kept grinding, and put us in good situations to make a successful run.
Coach, seems like every year you guys start with a difficult schedule, non-region, and you bring that back again this year, playing Port Calhoun and Opelika once again. How does that battle test your team, especially to make those playoff runs?
Well, having a difficult schedule and playing, Bowden High School, Prince Avenue, Opelika, Columbia, Cook County. I mean, those kind of teams, when you're in that atmosphere on Friday night, I mean, it's adversity. It's big game situations. It's big tests at each position. So our players see really difficult situations that I feel like prepares you for a region schedule. I think that it simulates a playoff atmosphere. And in my career, I've been fortunate to be in a lot of big games and see really good teams. And and to have success, I mean, I feel like putting our guys in difficult situations so that they have to, they feel tough adversity and have to overcome that. I feel like that's the way to get better. I think that over the years, teams that are able to handle difficult situations, and I look at every year. I mean, heck, there's been a loss. I haven't been a part of a perfect season, and there's teams that handle things better, and players that handle situations better. And I think we got guys right here, these 4 guys sitting here in our senior class. I think they're built for that. I think that we put them in difficult situations at practice and in the weight room, and then difficult situations against really good opponents that help prepare them for a season and help prepare them for, hey, we want to win a region championship. I mean, we want to get into playoffs, and we want to try to be playing our best ball late in the year, and we want to make a run. And I think the guys have an understanding of what that looks like. I think that's the big deal too. I mean, I don't, each week I always try to shoot the guys straight. Now, hey, we're playing Bowden High School. Here it is. I mean, this team is the real deal. I mean, it's no, you don't sugarcoat. When you line up against Opelika, there's no sugarcoat. Hey, here's what we're going to get. Prince Avenue, those kind of teams. And I think these guys have a great understanding of the level of opponents. But I also think that's why we've had a lot of success over the years too.
Coach, the game against Opelika this year is at home. How much is that going to help the team? Obviously, give them some kind of boost from the fans.
I think it's a big deal. I love playing at Callaway Stadium. I mean, for me to be at home in front of the home crowd, looking over on the home side, seeing the red shirts up in the up in the stands, I think that's a big deal. I think these guys want to play on our home field. I think they want to play here, and so I'm excited about that. I mean, I love the challenge of going on the road and playing difficult opponents. I mean, that's you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to win in difficult situations. And I will tell you, playing at Opelika is a difficult situation. I mean, you're talking about a team with a lot of depth. They've got big numbers. They're very well coached, and they're really good at players. So to go to Opelika, that just adds to it. I mean, that's a tremendous challenge. But I'm proud we're at Callaway Stadium playing Opelika.
Coach, Zay over there. What have you seen from him over the past few years?
Well, Zay is he's the quarterback on our defense. He started since he was a freshman, and he's a guy that he doesn't say a whole lot. Okay, and I think leadership comes in a lot of different forms. Okay, and a lot of people may think that leadership is verbal. It is a lot of times, but a lot of times leadership comes with just pure action. And Zay Anderson's always been a guy that he's there. He's held himself accountable. And when the weight room doors open, he's been there. He's took care of his business in the classroom. And so watching him grow over the years, I'm really proud of what he's become as a person, and then as a player helping lead our football team.
I think right now, Coach, if you don't mind, let's bring each one of the players up one at a time. If you guys wouldn't mind, just come up and just introduce yourself, and then you can just give a real quick thought on what you're looking for this season, and then take a few questions, if that's all right.
Thank you, Kevin. Zach, come on up. This is Zay Anderson. He's a linebacker. I don't want to take away from your stuff, though. Okay? Let me step over here. Zay, you got the mic.
Zay Anderson, senior inside linebacker. The goal ultimate this year is to win the 15 game. And, I think we can do that. We've been working hard all summer. It started with after school weights, leading up to summer weights. Now acclimation and OTAs. It's just been a great summer for us, and I think we can accomplish that.
Zay, tell me a little bit about the defense this year. Y'all got a lot of guys back on that side of the ball. How excited are you about what you guys can be able to do defensively this year?
We got a lot of guys returning. I feel like this the year we got a nasty front with our defensive line. The secondary looks amazing. I think we can do it this year.
Yeah, how are you kind of looking at your role on the team? You've been playing a lot of football over the years. You're really kind of embracing that leadership role.
Yes, sir.
What does that kind of mean to you to be a leader on this team?
It means a lot to me. Being a guy that I don't talk a lot,
Yeah.
I lead by example. So every day I try to give my all.
Coach referred to you as a quarterback on defense. What does it mean to you to have that kind of responsibility that he looks at you that way?
It means a lot to me. I have to put my teammates in a position to make plays before I do. Most of the time, I'll make plays, but seeing my teammate make plays before me, it feels good. Knowing I put them in the right position, so it feels great.
Zay, what's the mentality of this defense this year?
The mentality this year going forward, week 1 against Bowden is just kill everything in front of us. Every game, each week is just get better week by week. It don't need any team who we play, it doesn't matter who, just gonna kill.
Zay, we talked earlier about the big senior class, 19 seniors. What does it mean to have 18 of your teammates same age as you, been through 3 years now of being teammates together?
Feels really good. We play with each other through rec ball, travel ball, middle school. So we already have that chemistry with each other. So it feels good. It feels great.
All right, Zay, thank you, man. Best of luck to you this season, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Blake Harrington, senior quarterback, and the goal this year is really just go 1-0 every day. If you win every day, you go to practice thinking you're going to win every day. There's no reason you should lose any day. If you're going to work hard every day and you're looking to get better every day, there's no way that you could get worse. If you go full speed we go full speed as a team every day at practice, you're going to do nothing but get better every day. And we go the whole season getting better every day. What's the end goal? What's it going to be? I ain't even got to say it, but that's it. And I'll take yours.
First of all, Blake, I can't believe you're a senior already. Is that kind of hard for you to believe that this is last season already?
It's actually crazy. It's all I've been thinking about. Callaway's been my whole life for forever, and now that it's my senior year, it's kind of just crazy to think about. I mean, I've been a ball boy 7th, 8th grade. Growing up, week after I was born, I came to watch my brother play at Valley Stadium. So this has been my whole life, ever since I was born, quite literally. So if this will be the last year, it's just mind-blowing, really.
How exciting was that for you? Last year, you finally got a chance to be the starter. I mean, you played as a freshman and sophomore, but to get that chance last year to be the guy every game, how much fun was that for you?
Everything I'd waited on since I was that 7th grade, 8th grade ball boy. I mean, I came in here, there was not a time that I was set on being the backup quarterback. I came in here working hard every day thinking, oh, I got to get my shot, Sophomore year, I got a few plays in, and I popped off the first game against Cedartown, had a few big plays, and I did anything in my power to help my team the little bit I could, to do anything to better the team. And last year, that was just the same mindset. I went out there thinking anything I could do to help the team, not trying to do anything to just put it on me, first year starter, whatever. I just want to do anything I can to just help my teammates.
Blake, knowing you got the defense that your team does, how confident are you when you have to turn the ball over?
I mean, my defense is probably the best defense you're going to find around. I mean, these guys have been playing together forever and been doing this together forever. Jeremiah and Zay, I know that they've been playing together since they were like tiny. So, I mean, it's just a bunch of dogs on the defense. They want to do anything they can to win. You know, when you step out there, the guys beside you will do anything for you, and you know that you can do anything you want to do.
Going from being a starter last year, first time, to finally having a whole season under your belt, what did you learn from last year, not only on the field, but as a leader stepping into your senior year now?
Really, I learned that I can't be as hard as on my teammates when they mess up. In the very beginning, not Cedartown, but Cass and Opelika, we would mess up. I'd get very mad, I'd get angry, and I'd get mad at my teammates. And then we moved on. I was like, hey, I'm messing up too. There's no reason I can't get mad at y'all. So we all just came together. We grew that bond, and we kept it cool, kept calm, and you saw it happen and win 9 straight, and we ended up winning. Yeah, that's what it was.
Blake, you bring a lot of energy to the field. I can tell how much fun you have out there playing. How much do Friday nights mean to you, just the chance to get out there, be with your teammates? That's really the best time of the week for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is quite literally no feeling throwing a pass, running in the zone, and just hearing the crowd roar on a Friday. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, you see me score a touchdown, and all you're going to see is me jumping around, punching the air, just happy as I can be. So it's just a whole bunch of fun.
Blake, how much has Coach Wiggins helped you and just your growth over the past few years?
Everything. I mean, I could go up to Coach Wiggins and ask him about anything outside of football. It don't matter what it is. The best coach you could ever ask for, I promise you.
You all say you have an offense coordinator, Coach Giddens, who is a pretty dang good quarterback of his own.
Yes, sir.
How much has he really helped you develop?
Another guy I can go up to and ask anything. I mean, he helps me with anything on the field. I mean, it can be simply, I mean, he could be yelling at me. I could probably still just, hey, ask him a question. I mean, he's great.
And those guys up front, I'm sure you can't do without them. We really appreciate them, don't you?
Yes, sir. I mean, I will say this summer has been probably the most time I've had in the pocket all year. So the offensive line is doing great this summer, so watch out for them.
All right, appreciate you, Blake. Good
Yes,
luck
sir.
this season, all right?
Thank you.
Jeremiah Dunn, senior DB receiver. I would say this season, going back to Blake, I say we just want to go 1-0 every week, and everybody's worried about the end goal, but I say if we just take care of what's in front of us week after week, everything will take care of itself.
Jeremiah, you're a guy, you mentioned you play on both sides of the football.
Yes, sir.
Is that something you really enjoy, that challenge, the chance to be out there as much as possible in game night?
Yes, sir. I love playing as many snaps as possible. Anything I can do to help the team win a game, that's all that matters.
I know this big senior class, a lot of you guys, y'all have known each other literally forever. How much does it mean to you to share one more season with these guys?
I mean, last ride, I just want to give it my all. We have a lot of chemistry, me and all the guys. We just want to make it our best one.
Yeah, just talk about this senior class. 19 of you guys. What you learned last year going into this year?
I would say last year, us seniors that played last year, we went through a lot of adversity, and this year, last year's season is just gonna make us even better for this year.
You look on the defensive side, how good do you think this defense can be this season?
I think our defense has really a great opportunity to be very good this year. With all the experience we have, and even some of the young guys just taking after us, I think we're going to be really good this season.
Oh, I also wanted to ask you, last year this time y'all had, Coach Casey Smith, he was the first year defense coordinator. Y'all have had a year together now. How much does that help?
I think last year we were just trying to understand Coach Smith, and this year we have a better understanding, and we'll be able to play much faster as a defense. And yes, sir.
Yeah, when you're on offense, I'm sure you're talking to Blake all the time about just get me the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you'll make something happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. All right, appreciate you, man. Good luck to you this season, all right?
Thank you.
Jeffrey Ellis, senior, DB receiver. The goal is get better every day. Of course we win, but really focus on getting better and then winning. Of course everybody worry about the end goal, but I think the goal is to get better every week and then win.
Absolutely. I know you're kind of like Jeremiah. You're a guy, you're going to play on both sides. Is that something you really enjoy, the chance to play a lot of football on Friday nights?
Yes, sir. I really enjoy that. Kind of help the team get better every day. Help them try to win. Like playing a lot of snaps to try to better myself.
Yeah, absolutely. What does it mean to you to be a part of this senior class? You've known these guys a really long time. How much does it mean to you to share one more season with these guys?
It means a lot, playing with these guys since middle school, little kids, a lot, seeing these guys every day, it means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are seniors now, which means you were freshmen a few years ago, right? You've got a new class of freshmen, sophomores, younger guys. What does it mean to be a senior now, being able to help those guys come up?
It really means a lot, try to help them, try to tell them some things, to really help them. Know what comes along the way, try to get them better.
What's been Coach Wiggins' kind of message going into this year?
Really just try to get better every day, play hard, play fast. It's going to be a lot of adversity, try to win, get better, try to get to the state title.
Jeffrey, I know the season's getting started, but the football season never really ends, does it? How important is it to have that work ethic, pretty much from January until the season starts, and especially setting the example for your younger teammates?
It's very important to have a good work ethic because, all the coach staff, they push you every day, you're going to lift weights, you're going to go out on the field, work hard, play fast, it's very important to have a good work ethic.
And how much fun is next Friday night going to be? It's not a real game, but it's going to be a lot of fun playing Bowden, isn't it?
It's gonna be a lot of fun, Seeing the community come out there to watch us at Callaway Stadium is gonna be very fun.
Yeah, can't wait. Appreciate you. Also, real quick, Coach Caraway, would you mind coming up here? For a moment. I know Coach Andrew Caraway, Callaway High graduates, class of
2007.
Dude, that's been a few years, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Coach Caraway is social media coordinator and also recruiting coordinator, which is a huge job. If you don't mind, just real quick, just kind of tell the folks what that entails. I know that job has changed a whole lot over the years.
Yeah. So Yeah, my name's Andrew Caraway, recruiting coordinator, Callaway High School. This is my 6th year doing this job. I got hired, I think my first month COVID hit, and recruiting changed a lot from how it used to be, and it's just learning all the different nuances from NIL, house settlement, just how much college football's changed over the last, even 18 months. But I'll be remiss. Most of my, responsibilities are behind the scenes. I'm more of a behind the scenes guy, so I want to take this opportunity to really give a shout out to our coaching staff. They work hard every day out in the hot weather, in the heat, in the cold, in the rain. They do a great job, spend a lot of time away from their families. I also want to give a shout out to Coach Holmes, Jamarcus Holmes. He has been a huge help to me with these guys being able to take care of their needs at the school building when I can't be there. And I couldn't do what I do without him, without Coach Wiggins and various other staff members. So, but yeah, it's a lot of work. I think it's a really cool thing that we do have this position at our school. I know a lot of others do the same. I don't coach on Friday nights, but what I do is there's a lot of nights that I'm up till midnight working on people's behalf. So, and I enjoy working for these kids. I wore the jersey a long time ago. I wasn't as good as any of these guys were, but it's special to see them succeed, and they're a hard-working group, and I anticipate all 4 of these guys up here will be signed to play somewhere in college.
Yeah, that's as a recruiting coordinator. The bottom line is just find the right fit.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys that can be a Division I school, for other guys it's a junior college. You just want to find the best home for each guy, right?
Yeah, that's our thing at Callaway. We don't force people to sign. We sign when we're ready to sign. As you saw last year, our kids signed later in the year because they were still getting offers after February signing day, and we want our players to feel comfortable with their decision. We're not going to rush it with them. We want their families to feel like it's the right fit for them. And recruiting is so different now. There's opportunities from the Power 4 level all the way to Division III. We have some really good programs around here. West Georgia, LaGrange College, Berry College. Go down to Montgomery, there's Faulkner. There's a lot of good programs within a 2 or 3 hour radius of LaGrange, Georgia, and we just want our players to feel comfortable. That's our job as leaders, as adults. And now that I'm a father, I would want to give them the same advice I would give my own son. So that's the way we do things at Callaway. Is we make sure that these guys feel good about what their decisions are before they sign.
Coach, you've had a real front row seat to the program under Coach Wiggins and just the growth that it's had over the last decade plus. If you could just talk about the growth and obviously the development of players as time has gone on.
Yeah, I mean we've had some special players come through Callaway High School. I think it's a testament to our middle school program. Coach Kerry Woodard, who was our middle school coach for a long time, recently retired. Coach Bruce is now over there now. I think it starts there, developing those kids at a young age, and then they come over, and the consistent thing about Callaway, I'm going to repeat myself, is the consistency of the coaching staff. We have very little turnover. Coach Wiggins runs a great program, and I just think the kids get opportunities to play at a younger age now, and they come in ready to play from the middle school. They work hard in the weight room, but just seeing the team, over time, I think it's been a testament to Coach Wiggins' leadership on, how the team has progressed, the perception around the state of our program, and you can see, we're having a big time opportunity against Prince Avenue on statewide television. So, looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach Caraway, and thank you so much to Coach Pete Wiggins. Appreciate you guys for coming out. I know everybody's really busy right now. It means a lot that y'all made the time to come do this. And I can't believe I forgot to mention the new facilities at Callaway High School. Pretty amazing. And to have all 3 of our high schools here in True County, to have facilities like that, it says so much about this community. But anyway, once again, thank you, Callaway, and good luck to the Cavaliers this season. We can't wait to see you guys next Friday night. And we'll be back with LaGrange High School here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Kevin.
You can get a picture, yes.
Yes, sir. Blake, y'all need to set the back.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all coming. Thanks. Good to see you.
It was still going. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even fool with that. Wireless
That's what I
stuff.
said. I was like, this.
I got messed up one time. I was interviewing Daryl Stronger and the wire got like interference.
Y'all come
I
on.
was like, yeah, it's never again.
I've been at the Iron Man this year.
Yeah, that's the worst.
No, it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whatever y'all want.
Kids, okay.
We ready, Kevin?
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go for it.
All right, hey everybody, this is Kevin back here at the LaGrange Chamber of Commerce for our BTD Sports Media Day. What a fun day this is. Thanks to Callaway for coming out. Hope you enjoyed hearing from Coach Wiggins and the players. And now we've got the LaGrange Rangers, Coach Matt Napier and the guys. I really appreciate y'all coming out and helping out with this. This is our second year we've done this. It's a fun way to kind of spotlight the student athletes for these teams. And I know at LaGrange, got a really big senior class this year, and it's an accomplished group, guys that have been with Coach Napier for quite a while, and I know we would love to have brought them all today, and we'll certainly talk to all those guys at some point, but this is a really good group. LaGrange is coming off, well, what a fun season that was, Coach Napier. To get to the state semifinals, just a heck of a ride at state. First time, I know it's been talked about a lot, that's the first time LaGrange had been to the state semifinals since 2008. So it'd been quite a while. It's kind of hard for me to believe this is Coach Napier's 6th season already at LaGrange. The years go by really, really fast. I know Coach Napier's first season was 2020, and I know I've told this story before. The first time I sat down to talk to Coach Napier after he was hired, he had all these big plans for what you wanted to do that year and all the off-season programs and everything. And A short time later, of course, everything got shut down, and all of a sudden, you're just kind of on the sidelines for months at a time, and then eventually got back to work that summer. So it was not the easiest way to jump into a new job, having to take all that time off. But what a job Coach Napier has done with this LaGrange program. It's a program that had some tough times before Coach Napier arrived, and since Coach Napier got to LaGrange, he has a record of 44-17. The team has been in the state playoffs every year, 5 straight years. They've won at least one playoff game in 4 of those years, I believe. And of course, last year made it to the state semifinals. It was also the team's first double-digit win season since 2008, when that team went 11-3 that year. You look back at that 2024 season, beat Lumpkin County in the state playoffs, and then just got a massive road win over Sandy Creek in the second round of the playoffs. That was a Sandy Creek team that a lot of people felt could and very well might win the state championship, and LaGrange just went up in there and just absolutely took it to them, and then beat North Hall in the third round of the state playoffs, and then just that incredible semifinal game against Jefferson. LaGrange lost 21-13 and had a chance at the end to tie it, and I still think Malachi was in on that last play, but it was so close. I know Malachi caught a pass in the end zone, he was ruled out, but what an effort that was. And of course Jefferson went on and fell to Calhoun in the state championship game. So it was so much fun. I know when I came to LaGrange, it was 2002, that was right in the middle of that incredible run that LaGrange was in. So it was a lot of fun for me to be able to see that LaGrange team make that run and get to the state semifinals. But I know Coach Napier will tell you last year was fun, but you don't spend much time looking back. You're always looking forward. And I know this team has a chance to do some really special things. It's a team that has exceptional senior leadership, and that's kind of where it starts. Guys that have been a part of this program for quite a while. They've won a lot of games. They kind of set the standard, I know, from what is expected from a LaGrange football player. One of those seniors is Coach Napier's son, which again is kind of hard to believe. You've actually got 2 sons in high school this year, which is going to be so much fun for you, I know. But so it's going to be a really fun season. It gets started next Friday. I think y'all have a preseason game against Harris County. And then LaGrange opens the season in the Corky Hill Classic against a really good Cass football team. What a fun way that's going to be to jump into a new season. But anyway, Coach Napier, somebody I've known for quite a while. He was at Callaway for 15 years. I think I've got that right, before coming to LaGrange, and I have such incredible respect and admiration for him and his entire family. I know I've mentioned this before. My first newspaper job in the early 90s, I had the incredible privilege to get to know Coach Napier's dad, who was coach at Murray County at the time, and what a legendary figure he is in the coaching business, not just for what he did on the field, but for the leadership he provided, the kind of role model he is. And Coach Matt Napier is exactly the same way. I know these student athletes are really fortunate to have somebody like him leading them on a daily basis. And you talk about a coaching family. I know his brother Kurt used to actually coach at Callaway for a little while. He was at Murray County these past 3 years. And other brother Billy, of course, is the head coach at the University of Florida. So that is an absolute coaching family. And Coach Napier, I appreciate everything you've done. And I'm really looking forward to this season. And I know nobody wants to hear me talk anymore. So right now we're just going to bring Coach Napier up just to talk a little bit about this team and what you're expecting this season.
Awesome.
Coach, thank you so much.
Well, goodness, Kevin, I'm gonna take you around and let you introduce me. You make me sound a lot better than I am, and I appreciate that. Appreciate your coverage and what you do for our sports in this community, and I'm just grateful the opportunity to be the head football coach at LaGrange High School. A lot of those things that we've accomplished has been through great players and great assistant coaches. and great supportive administration. So we have been successful, but it takes many moving parts to win. Winning is hard, and we've been fortunate enough to find a way to do that the last couple of years. And so we're excited about this group. We've got Freddie Vaughn, Braylon Smith, Corn Brown, and Julian Jones with us today. I have 30 seniors, or we have 30 seniors on our football team this year, and this group, it's hard to pick captains. It's hard to pick guys to come to media days because we have so many young men that represent the standard of what it is to be a Granger, what it is to represent that blue and silver and black today. And so we're extremely excited about this group and their leadership, the work that they put in. I've got the opportunity to watch a lot of these guys grow up because my son was playing ball with them when they were young, or playing against them, coming up through the recreation department. So got a lot of excitement for this group. Been part of these guys since they came in, and when they came in, they had a great mentality. A couple guys, Coach Blandenberg's sons are also 2 seniors, so there's a lot of coaching families involved in this group, and Coach Blandenberg, I love to speak about him anytime I get an opportunity because he laid the foundation for the character, the hard work, and the culture of our program. These guys come in disciplined, they come in understanding ball, and they come in understanding work. So credit to Coach Blandenberg for making that happen. It makes our process when we get them even easier. So we're excited. We've got 30 seniors and a lot of returning football players for our football team. Now we all know that gets you 0 wins. We've got to go and prove it on the field, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be a difficult task. Obviously our region is, some people call it the SEC of AAA. There are 5 teams in the preseason top 15, and they don't include Mary Person, Spalding, and I believe Trinity Christian is the other team that is in the private school top 15. So you're talking about elite competition week in, week out, and making it through the season takes depth because of the battles and the physical games and style of play that these teams play. I mean, they're like us. They lift in all season. They work their tail off. So it's going to be tough competition this year. And you talk about Spalding and Mary Persons. Mary Persons is one of those elite teams. Spalding was in the semifinals 2 years ago. Mary Persons is, you look at coach's record year in and year out, they're one of the top teams in the state. So they're not even included in that top 5 right now, which all that doesn't matter until the end, but just gives you a kind of a view of the respect that the coaches and the teams have in our region. So we know we've got a difficult task ahead of us. Starting off, we've got Harris County, a rivalry scrimmage game, and that will be tough, physical game. We got a lot of respect for Coach Watson in that program. And then we open the Corky Kell Classic on TV. We play Friday night at Rome High School. We couldn't be more excited about that. Be on television, the Peachtree Network. So there'll be an opportunity for a lot of people around the country to see what LaGrange stands for and the type of ball we play. Second year doing that. One of the big deals in the Corky Kell is handling the heat. We did a really good job of that last year. We're going to have to continue to do that and get our guys ready to go. But that's an exciting matchup against Cass High School. Cass's quarterback's committed to Mississippi State, and they've got a left tackle committed to Michigan. There's a lot of other really good players on their football teams. That's just 2 notable players that we know we'll be competing against. We're looking forward to that challenge. Our guys play with a chip on their shoulder every time we show up. We're not going to be the biggest team when we get off the bus or during warm-ups, but we do have the confidence and the mentality to compete against anybody, and we're looking forward to proving that and getting after it this fall. Then we go down to Early County, who ended up making a playoff run in Single A. We'll be down in South Georgia on the road in the heat on their home field this year, so we know that'll be a challenge. And then we start region play right out the gate. We play Sandy Creek, who we got the opportunity to play 2 years in a row. This year they'll have to come to Callaway Stadium, and we're really, really tough competition with those guys. So, and then we just hit it off. We start rolling on the schedule, and they keep coming week after week. So, guys have worked hard in the off season to be up for the challenge. We've been 7-on-7 at Florida, Georgia, and Auburn. We've been at paddock camps at Hurd and Central Carrollton. So we've been preparing, and in the weight room, we just got done with our Ironman competition we do every year, and really proud of the guys and their performance. One of the notable things this year, we had some really impressive things. Aiden Johnson's not with us today, but he killed a 335-pound bench press, which is pretty impressive. And we had 6 guys over 300 power cleans, and we had 45 guys over 225 with power cleans. Those are impressive numbers, but the one that stands out is our 40 times this year. We are the fastest team that I've been a part of since I've been to LaGrange, so we're looking forward to that speed having an impact on Friday nights. So excited about competing, excited about the year. LaGrange football is different. It's the tradition here in this town, in this city. There's a lot of people that have grown up with a Granger mentality, and it's something special, and it makes it fun to be a part of on Friday nights. We have the opportunity to come in front of this city each Friday night and play the game that we love and put on a performance for them. I know these guys, I speak for them when I say that is a true honor, and we're looking forward to 2025 and getting the season started.
Coach, I know obviously you don't spend much time looking back, but I referenced how much fun that playoff run was last year. As a coach, to see those guys have that success and come that close to playing for a state championship, how much fun was that?
Well, I will tell you this, all right, at the beginning of that year, these guys will remember, we went down and played spring game at Eagles Landing Christian, and I got on the bus after that game, and I said, we got our hands full this year. We knew we had some good players, but we didn't perform to our standard because there were probably 9 to 10 players, or there was probably 20 players on our team that day that had played meaningful varsity snaps for the first time. And we hadn't got things sorted out. We had a huge senior class the year before. It was really, really talented, and they graduated, and so we were unsure of what we had, and we come away from that game going, we got our hands full. We've got some work to do. I told that to the team after that game, and they took the challenge and they went to work, and it was one of the hardest working off seasons we've ever had, which resulted in the semifinal run. We didn't start it off the way we wanted to. We were 1-2 at the beginning of that year, played in the Corky Kell and did perform the way we wanted to, but this group didn't fold, and we had a great leadership of those 12 seniors last year. They didn't bat an eye. They continued to show up, and we rallied together, and we were able to overcome those early losses and continue to stay the course. I think that's one thing that any great program is going to be a group that, look, it's going to be tough for everybody to go to 15-0 in the season. So you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have situations that don't go your way. The ball's not going to bounce your way here or there. And how you respond to them will define what kind of team we become. And that group last year just really did a phenomenal job of responding and growing. We got so much better as the year went on because of the experience that we gained. And really, really impressive. Obviously, when you got a guy like Malachi rushed for 2,300 yards, that's top 20 in the history of high school football. That's a special young man. I think that these guys are up for the challenge. They've got a chip on their shoulder to prove people that we're still LaGrange High School, and we still believe and we still work, and we'll still play the game that the way the Grangers are supposed to play.
Coach, obviously it's a different year with 30 seniors as opposed to, like you mentioned, last year, the growing pains. But how did last year's adversity, you think, help prepare you guys for this year?
Yeah, a lot of those guys are returning players. So, there's 9 returners on offense and 9 returners on defense. So we've got a couple of new guys we're breaking in, but those guys were the guys that lost those games and had to show the resiliency to show back up and work their tail off. And this group, I have many sleepless nights, but with this group, You know, if I call a meeting on Sunday, they're gonna show up. You know, man, I ain't worried about somebody missing, I ain't worried about somebody not being there when they're supposed to be there, they're eat up with it. A lot of these guys sitting at the table, I'll come in there, and I'm always at the school late, and I'll come in there and I'll pop my head, and there's 4 of them in the weight room lifting weights, and I go, fellas, 6:30, we got done with workouts at 5 o'clock, it's off season, what we doing here? You guys need to go home. And Smitty says, this is our home coach. So look at the mentalities, it's built and it's established, floor in the room that they're going to show up and work. And I've got no doubt we're going to get some adversity this year, but we have the leadership to show up and work. And the guys have experienced that. I mean, the growth through a season like last year where we had to bounce back and continue to play even after a slow start and play the way we did down the stretch. When I tell you we walk out there and play Jefferson High School or whoever, and our defensive line comes up to their chest, but they score 7 points that night, so these guys have that mentality and they play the game the way it's supposed to be played. So they show those characteristics of champions and resilient players, and we're looking forward to that this year too.
Coach, preparation this year, having such a difficult early schedule, and then of course the region schedule being as tough as it is, prepping for a long playoff run like that, how big is the schedule this year?
Yeah, depth is critical. We've got to be able to have guys come in and give us rest and try to stay as healthy as possible. Unfortunately, the health aspect of it is partly luck, and last year we lost some of our best players early. We lost Noah Allen, who's back and be a senior. We lost to Bryson Cockrell, both for the season. And both of those players were elite players for our football team at the high school level. So losing those guys early were tough. And, as part of the season, hopefully we don't have that type of injury anymore. But those are things that you've got to be ready for. And next man up mentality. There's a lot of guys that can't get down because they're getting second team or third team reps, because you never know when you get thrown into the game, So I know that it's going to be a long season. These guys know it. Third seniors will help because you have guys, only 11 starters on offense, 11 on defense. So that leaves 9 guys that probably aren't starting, right? So they're helping out on special teams, or their number may be called at any moment. So it's one of those things that makes football a great game. We have 130-something players on our football team right now, and very few get to start and play. We take great pride in every part of our program having meaning. The worth of those guys that are on the scout team, the worth of those guys that are second team guys that are waiting for their opportunity to play, the developmental process of the young guys growing up. We really emphasize those things with our program, and we need it. And the guys, obviously, when you have that type of number, the guys are buying into that.
Coach, I know every game's important, especially region games, but there's one region game in October, Troup County. If you could just talk about how important that game is, especially in the crosstown rivalry, and just what it means.
But look, if you said it wasn't important, you'd be lying, right? I think it's a game that's marked on the calendar first thing. I think most people in this town pick up that newspaper or see that now social media article about the games, and they're, where's the LaGrange Troup game? So it's a big game. So, it'll be packed. These guys have found a way to be successful in a tough physical game each year. High emotions. And to find a way of winning in those big games speaks volumes of these young men. And they've done a good job of showing up in those occasions. And, when I got here, the path wasn't in the favor of LaGrange, and we've been fortunate enough for the ball to bounce our way a few times the last couple of years and find a way to beat those guys. But we got a lot of respect for their program. We know they've got everybody back. They've got a great team, just like they have most years, and so we know we got our hands full, and we know that'll be a huge game for us.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, how much are you looking forward to this season, having both your sons in high school now, which is, I can't believe it's a senior already, but how much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, so I'm a coach's kid. I'm a product of a similar environment, and I'm extremely excited. They're as you know, Kevin, I don't know if everybody knows this, they are emotionally invested in the success of our football program. They love it. You see the emotion that they've had as young men, as ball boys, whether it's the first win that I got and they're crying, or it's the end of the season and they're wear their heart on the sleeve when those moments come. So that makes it special as a dad, because you know how much it means to them when they work. And I love my boys more than anything in the world. I love them. But I also got a bunch of other kids that I feel really, really similar about on our football team. So it's going to be special. I would tell you, I was coached hard as a young man and from my dad, and it made me who I am. It made me have the toughness, made me understand the tough love that you need sometimes as a coach's kid. And he taught me those things, and I think that carrying those on with my boys is important. I think how they are as young men, how they speak to people, how they are as adults, how they take care of business in the classroom. Jed will graduate at the top of his class. He had a 33 on the ACT, which is very, very impressive. So he's got big plans moving forward in college, and I'm looking forward to ending his senior year and getting Bear started as a freshman. It'll be a lot of fun.
You touched on your dad real quick. I know I've asked you this before. The impact he made on your life, and obviously it's not a coincidence that you and both your brothers went into coaching. Just talk real quick about what he meant to you, what he still means to you now. I'm sure you still hear his voice, don't you?
Oh, well, Kevin, you trying to get me to cry up here today. Dad's many things have been said about him, but he was a loving father. He was a great coach. He loved our community. He poured his heart and soul into Murray County High School, where we grew up, and it impacted and shaped me and my brothers and many young men in the community into the men that they are today. So the lessons learned, whether it was on him teaching me math growing up as a young student, and then relaying that at football and understanding math at football, and from an X and O standpoint, is just a math problem. So the things that he taught are going on today. The things, the slogans that he says. Heck, I'm saying them at practice, and then Billy's got a camera following him around everywhere he's going, and I hear him say some of the same things that he taught us, all playing some quarterback growing up, and him being a quarterback guy and an offensive coordinator, play caller, even though he was the head coach, was something that we really, you see those things, and the trick plays that you see us run. Dad he was known for those things. So the legacy on the football field, and then hopefully off the football field, are things that we try to live up to every day. I don't know that we ever live up to them, but we sure are trying. I'll tell you that, Kevin.
What we're going to do now, Coach, if you don't mind, just come up one at a time, guys, and just introduce yourself, what position you play, and then just kind of give an overview of what you're hoping to accomplish this season. Does that sound all right?
Perfect.
Just come up one at a time.
All right, Brandon, you're up first, bro. No pressure.
Brandon Smith, defensive line, and class 26, and I'm hoping to achieve a state championship this year. And I mean, we got some great guys: Frederick Vaughn, Cornelius Brown, Julian Jones, Noah Allen coming back. We got a great quarterback, Dylan Barber. We just got a wonderful team, man. We got a great running back room. I feel like we can achieve a lot this year. And I know we have 30 seniors, and I want to make sure that me being a leader myself, and then Mama McLaughlin, I want to make sure that we accomplish the things we need to accomplish, and to make our coach proud, Coach Napier, and the whole coaching staff proud, and not only them, make ourselves proud. So thank you.
Well, great. To be a part of a senior class this big, I'm sure you probably know most of these guys almost your whole life. How much does that mean to you to be a part of this group, and how much are you looking forward to one more season with these guys?
It means a lot. I mean, I love my guys. I've been knowing these guys since I was in middle school, and we built a brother bond with the whole team, and just means a lot. I mean, we want to win, so you know.
And how good do you think this defense can be this year? Y'all got a lot of guys back over there.
Yeah, our defense is pretty decent. I mean, we got a lot of guys. I mean, we got Javier Easter, we got J.D. Render, we got Mason Blandenberg, Miles Blandenberg, a group of those guys too. Our defense is looking pretty good. I'm waiting to have no Alton back though. I'm glad to have no Alton back, and yeah, I just think we're gonna be a great defense.
How exciting is it for you to know that you guys got so many returning seniors and just returners in general and are really poised to potentially make a run this year?
I'm very excited. I mean, we got a lot of returning players, so I like to have my brothers with me and I can trust with my back. So I got their back, they got my back. So I'm just glad that we have a lot of players that can actually play the game, know what they're doing. I don't have to worry about them messing up or something. Even though mess ups do come and go, but I would think that they have the knowledge and power to have my back when in time they need.
Going through the playoffs last year, it was a long run and make it to the semifinals. What did you learn about the guys next to you and just about this team that made you confident in yourself?
I learned a lot about my guys. I learned that my guys, they're trustworthy. They know what they're doing. We had some great seniors last year. Caden Sutton being one of them, was a great leader. Harris Grace, look up to Harris Grace. He's a pretty nice guy. And we had a lot of players that I knew that in a time of need, they were going to show up. So.
How much has Coach Napier and the coaching staff been an influence on you these past few years?
Coach Napier, he's been a great influence because me coming from Gardner Middle School, I had Coach Blandenberg, and just transitioning to Coach Napier made me like a better person. I mean, my position coach is Crocker, and being with him and Coach Napier, they just made me feel like a great person. I mean, I developed into a better player, developed into a better person, and I feel amazing to have someone in my corner such as Coach Napier.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, Brandon. You did a great job, man. Good luck.
Cornelius Brown, middle linebacker, number 5. I'm looking forward to having a good season this year. I didn't really play much my whole high school career till last year when Noah Alton got hurt. So I filled his role and I did good at it. Seeing to learn what he had did, it helped me out and see what I had to do. He taught me everything that I really need to know, filling my gaps, plays, and especially my coach, Coach Thomas.
How much fun was that for you? I remember talking to you during the season. You probably weren't expecting to play as much as you did last year, but you get that opportunity to be a part of that team. How much fun was that for you?
Oh yeah, it was fun playing with all the seniors. We've been playing together since middle school, so like I feel like the chemistry was already there. So having the chemistry when I stepped in, it was really nothing else that I needed to already know. So now Noah went down, I came in. I know I bust a couple plays, but I know I can play. So yeah.
And how much does it mean to you to be a part of the senior class? You mentioned y'all been playing together forever. How much does it mean to you to share the field with these guys?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I know when the season's done, I don't know what I'll do. So I just wish I could have another season. I wish it wasn't my senior year so I could play with these guys again. I love them a lot. So yeah.
And like Raylan said, how good do you think this defense can be this year?
Oh yeah, the defense, I feel like this is the most stacked defense I've ever seen. We got sophomores, we got freshmen on our team that willing to do whatever to help us win. I know our seniors will do whatever it takes to win. Yeah.
Just being a part of this team, obviously learning a lot last year and going into this year with a full deck of cards, knowing you guys are poised to have a great season. How much confidence does that give you with all the lessons learned last year?
Yeah, my confidence definitely had got boosted from last year, from playing in a lot of big games at that. You know, like the playoff, I never experienced that. So last year, I got a chance to experience that. So this year, we can just go with the flow and we just win all the games and hopefully win the state championship.
What kind of mentality and physicality is this defense going to bring this year?
I feel like we got it. We bring that dog mentality. No small guys, you know. We like we bring that physicality and traditional Grangers. So I feel like we got a chance to win it all without physicality.
I know, Corey, you played at Gardner Newman.
Yes, sir.
Right, I know Coach mentioned Coach Blankenford, a couple other guys. How much did that help prepare you for high school, having a coach to push you like that when you were in middle school?
I feel like being a young guy, Coach Blankenford, he turned me to a young man with the weights, the dedication, to see that he poured his whole heart out into the football team. It really showed me how much someone cared for our team and me also. So much love for Coach Blankenford and his sons.
How much you looking forward to next Friday night? Y'all get to finally play a football game, right?
Yes, sir.
It'll be fun. All right, thanks, Corey.
Freddie Vaughn, number 51, I play offensive line.
Just kind of real quick, Fred, just tell me what are your hopes for this season? I'm sure just keep getting better day by day and to see what happens, right?
My hopes for this season, I would say there's a lot, but, you know, without saying, you know, obviously win the state title, you know, take it all the way, but I feel like there's more, you know. With our team, I feel like, you know, we love to compete. I'm actually, like, more excited to take on the challenges this year. You know, we're going against a bunch of talented teams, you know, like you mentioned, Cass, Sandy Creek, you know, I would like to say Mary Persons too. And, you know, there's always a couple more. And, you know, it's mainly just to prove everybody wrong, you know. It's actually, you know, a great thing to be the smallest team. You know, I like to be doubted by a bunch of other teams, you know, because, you know, when we start scoring, you know, like, oh, they're doing that, you know, it's just keep on going and going and going, you know. And I feel like our team, you know, we're just always getting better. Like how you mentioned, you know, last year, how we started off slow and just kept on evolving, you know. And I feel like that we already had this head start with all these seniors, you know, we're just gonna keep on going higher and higher from where we are. So, you know, honestly, I just hope we keep on, you know, we keep our foot on the gas, you know, we don't slow down, you know, kind of way.
Tell me about being an offensive lineman. I know that's can be kind of an overlooked part of the team, but it's so important to the team's success. How much do you enjoy being a part of that group?
To be honest with you, at first, it was a little hard to get, you know, adjusted to the offensive line position. You know, it would probably be for me. But I would like to say my coach, Coach Pleasance, he definitely helped me find the love for it. You know, I started playing offensive line in middle school, and I feel like Coach B really drove me towards it a little bit more. But I feel like David Pleasance really helped me fall in love with it, you know.
Well, how much you have that chemistry too on the offensive line? How important is that?
It's very important, man. We already have 3 returning starters, Noah, Carson, me, but apart from that, we have some pretty big guys. We have Sean and a guy named Camden, who was also out on injury last year. But, you know, I feel like we're all a unity on the offensive line. You know, we joke around a little bit, you know, have fun, but, you know, when the time is to put the work in, you know, score the ball, make some blocks, you know, we're always there. You know, our coach likes to say it takes 11 guys on the offense to do the right assignment for us to, you know, get where we have to be and do what we have to do to score. And if we're doing that, you know, we should be fine for the season.
Being a part of this team, obviously the growth over the past few years under coach, but just being a part of this team and being a part of this group of seniors, what does that mean to you?
It's amazing. It's meant a lot, to be honest, and, you know, it's all kind of getting surreal, and, you know, it's coming to an end. You know, this is my last year playing with a bunch of my guys. I'm trying to take it all in at the same time. You know, I'm excited, you know, for this season, obviously. I feel like it's definitely going to be fun. It's definitely going to be a long ride. I do think we can definitely take it all the way to where we want it to be, obviously state. And, you know, I'm just trying to get adjusted to it, you know, and be excited.
I know he's not here today, but to have a quarterback like Dylan, just as an offensive line, how nice is that for you? Because that guy competes as hard as anybody does, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, he's a very versatile. He can throw the ball, run the ball, you know. we can basically tell him to do anything. You know, he's a smart player. He's a very humble guy. You know, he always speaks about how much he loves his old lineman. You know, he's always having fun with us. You know, especially him and Carson. They have a good bond too. You know, he's just very thankful to have him for a quarterback.
Carson keeps things light on that offensive line, doesn't he?
You say what?
Say Carson keeps things light on that offensive line,
Most
doesn't
definitely. Most definitely.
he? Yeah. I appreciate you, man. Good luck to you, all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm Julian Jones. I play wide receiver, and this year, obviously, the goal is to win the state championship. But we've got a really good region, play a lot of great teams. We just got to focus on going 1-0 every week and not really overlooking everybody. I think our team has really started to play more as a team rather than just kind of playing as individuals. And we did a really good job of that last year, and it took us deep in the playoffs. But I think that having 30-something seniors on the team is really impactful for the younger guys to kind of look up to us. But yeah.
I know you look at this offense, obviously y'all lost a heck of a player in Malachi, but y'all have some really talented offensive players coming back, really good offensive line. How good do you think this offense can be this season?
I think we can be very, very good. We're going to have definitely a new identity because we can't have Malachi breaking 70-yard runs out of nowhere. I think that having Dylan coming back for his senior year, having him play with me, Calvin, Snowberger, Jordan Stringer, having that experience from last year, even though Jordan didn't really play that much. I think having that experience with Dylan, having that connection is going to be very impactful for this year.
I know I've asked the other guys, this is a huge senior class. You've known these guys a long time. How special is it for you to be a part of this group?
It's really special. We've been playing together since, a lot of us have been playing together since rec ball, but playing together at Gardner Newman, I think that's really where we find our connection. We have a lot of chemistry moving forward. I think this year that chemistry is really going to lead us far in the season.
Going on a run like you guys did last year, how much confidence does that give you in this team for what could happen this year?
It gives us a lot of confidence, but we just got to stay humble and not really worry about last year. It's a new season, new team. We just really can't overlook anybody, no matter how good we're playing or how good the opponent is. I think we got to keep our head down, work hard, and just not really overlook anybody and just keep going with the flow as the season goes along.
What could people expect from this offense this year?
I think we're going to be very explosive. We've got a lot of fast guys. Got a good running backs in Caden Thomas, Peyton Davis. We got a lot of experience we got a deep wide receiver room. The offensive line's kind of new, but I think we're really moving forward with them, having Frederick and Carson. But I think we're going to be very explosive, make a lot of big plays, and our wide receiver coach, Coach Tuck, he always says that the wide receiver room is a bunch of playmakers, and we just got to make plays whenever the team needs us.
Obviously, last year this time, Dylan was coming in his first year as a starter. Going into his second year, how much more comfortable are you guys now compared to last year?
We're a lot more comfortable. I mean, whenever we played the Corky Kill game last year, it was Dylan's true first game, having contact and everything else, and we didn't really have that much chemistry. And this year, I think we've got a lot of confidence in Dylan, that he can lead our offense, and he can just make plays whenever we need him.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, man. Once again, thanks so much, Coach Napier and the guys. Appreciate y'all coming out. It's hard to believe we're a week away from playing football. And I can't wait and wish y'all the best of luck this season. And it's going to be a fun one. And thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it.
have to do that. Oh, I did too. Yeah, I had to switch out. I'm glad.
I'm not a switch.
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
How's everybody?
All right, all right.
All right. Y'all walk down when I sit with y'all.
They can come in.
Amanda, y'all can come in. Marcus, go.
Yeah, so I was like, you see,
How's everybody? Let's go, Coach.
I know how I would have that. You know? Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You want me to tell you all I got? You got it? Scout is going. Yep, I got it.
I noticed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's on center.
Yes, I'm sorry. Come on, let's do it.
Now's a good time to do it.
Okay. So this gonna be the last one, so when you get ready to, end, you know, after the end, then you can just thank our sponsors and then it's, okay.
Wait, 77?
A whole lot better.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That look a whole lot better.
I got
Are you ready, Kevin?
you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, hey everybody, this is Kevin back here at the LaGrange Chamber of Commerce as we continue our media day. Thanks so much to Callaway and LaGrange for coming out and joining us today. And right now we have the Troop Tigers. Coach Glisson and some of his guys, appreciate y'all coming out. It means a lot that y'all would take the time to do this, because I know it's been a really busy day for Troop football. They practiced this morning. They did a really cool thing. Troop has a youth football camp. And a lot of times, obviously, it's kind of a separate thing. Well, this year, Coach Glisson actually had those young campers. They worked out. They practiced with the players, got to kind of tour the facilities, and and really kind of made them feel like they were part of the team. So it was a really cool thing they did this morning. I know these guys, the players, they did such a great job with the campers, so that was really fun. So I know Troop did that this morning, and now they took the time to come and do this, and that really means a lot to me. Troop is it's going to be a really exciting season. I know if you just look at just pure record last year, Troop goes 5-5, kind of an up and down season, and it was, but it's a team that really did some exciting things last season. I knew when I talked to Coach Glisson before last season, you kind of had a feeling there might be some growing pains just because there were so many guys really new to varsity football. And they got so much better as the season went along and finished the season with that incredible game against Sandy Creek, 55-48. I think I've got that score right, where it seems like there were about 6 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes. So just such a fun game, and I kind of thought at the end of that game that Troop was going to get one of those at-large spots. It didn't happen, but like Coach Glisson told me last week, you go 5-5, you can't complain too much about that. But it's a really exciting team, and I know I'm looking forward to seeing those guys playing this season, and these guys up on the podium are going to be a big part of that. Coach Glisson, it's kind of hard for me to believe you've been the football coach since 2015, so the years really go by in a hurry. I've joked about this before. I think the first conversation we had, that the football program was kind of in a rebuilding place, you could put it. And Coach Glisson, I don't think you mind me telling this, I'm not sure we're going to win a game. And y'all did win one that season, but it was also a team that really worked hard and improved and got better as the season went along, and that's kind of been a trademark of Troop football since then. It's a team that inevitably is better at the end than they were at the beginning of the season. I know that's something you really stress, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and I just appreciate Coach Glisson so much. I know anything, when I was at the newspaper and now at BTV, anything I've ever needed, ask Coach Glisson, yep, whatever you need, and that means a lot to me. I should also point out, I'm sure everybody here knows that, Coach Glisson is also the baseball coach, and I think y'all had a pretty decent season. Of course, Troop won the state championship in baseball, and that was so much fun to be a part of that. It's a team that just kept getting better and better, and then you get to that state championship series and win it, and a thrilling 3-game series, and that was so much fun. And a lot of those same guys are making that transition from baseball to football, and it's going to be really fun to see what those guys can do in football as well. And Coach Glisson, somebody I know, it just seems like the perfect person for the perfect place. And it just really worked out for he and his family to come to Troop High School. I remember back, they actually hired another coach to be the football coach, and he lasted about a month, I think. He's kind of like you. He looked at the state of things and was like, you know what, maybe this is not for me. And then Troop made absolutely the right decision, came back to Coach Glisson, and Coach Glisson thankfully decided to come to Troop, which is not an easy decision because you have to leave your hometown of Manchester. But what a tremendous job he's done, obviously in football, in baseball, and more importantly, the wins and losses, the kind of leader he's been for these student athletes. And I know how much it means to him to see them develop, not just as players, but as people. And I know the people aspect is more important to you than the player part of that. So I appreciate Coach Glisson. He's also a long-suffering Braves fan like I am. So it's been kind of a tough summer for both of us in that respect. But again, I appreciate Coach Glisson so much, and it's going to be a fun season. I know he's really excited. He's got a tremendous coaching staff that he relies on a lot, and a week from tomorrow, Troop's going to be playing football against Cedartown at Callaway Stadium. How much fun is that going to be? So anyway, I know nobody wants to hear me talk anymore. They want to hear Coach Glisson. They want to hear the guys. So right now, Coach Glisson, if you wouldn't mind, just come up, talk a little bit about the team, and introduce these guys who are with you, and then we'll ask ask you a few questions.
Sounds great, Kevin.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thanks.
All right, thank y'all for having us here today. This is an awesome event. I think this is the second annual event that we've done here with Media Days, and it's just a great setup here, and kudos to everyone for having us and what you do for high school sports in our area. Yeah, we're really excited. As Kevin said, year 11, and that's kind of hard to believe. You know, we've won 12 games twice. We've been to 2 semifinals. We won the first region championship in 35 years. But then last year was the first time we missed the playoffs in 10 years. And coming off of that team with the likes of people like Teo Todd and Quay Birdsong and those guys, we knew that, you know, we were going to have some growing pains, and we also played 7 games on the road. And so that was a big deal last year. We fought our tails off. We were in almost every football game all the way to the end, had a chance to help ourselves and get into the playoffs. Unfortunately for us, we didn't make it into the playoffs. Georgia High School has since tweaked the power rankings, and so you know, if you go back to last year with the power ranking tweak, we would have been in the playoffs. But you can't cry about being 5-5 and not being in the playoffs. So, you know, last year was a good rebuilding year for us, and we have probably 90% of our guys back on offense and defense, and we're really, really excited about that. A lot of these guys that we brought with us today, or 2 of these guys, are baseball players, but we probably have 10 of those baseball players on the football team and roster, and those guys just won the Class A, AAA state championship in baseball. And so we have a lot of dual sport guys, a couple of basketball guys up here with us today too. So we really pride ourselves on that aspect. Really excited about what we have out there right now with alumni. We have over 20 alumni that are going to be on active rosters on the college teams this season, including 2 in the NFL with Kobe Hudson and Jamari Thrash. So we're real thankful and proud of those guys and the accomplishments and what we built here at Troop High School. Just talking about a little bit about this team. Not just the aspect of losing some guys like the Teo Todds and the Quay Birdsongs from a year ago or 2 years ago, but we also lost 4 coaches. And that was a big turnover in our coaching staff during that time. I'm thankful to say that we are bringing back everybody to this year's coaching staff from last year, and 2 additional staff members. One of those is legendary coach Bubba Jeter, who was instrumental in getting me to come to Troop. And so, you know, and I think the biggest aspect with that is last year I was probably a little too hands-on when it came to the defensive side of the ball. J.C. Copeland is our defense coordinator, hiring Coach Bubba Jeter to assist on that side, and then adding 2 additional DB coaches is really going to give me a lot of flexibility to be the head coach. So we're just really excited about where we are. Our weight room is strong, our culture is strong. But this region is tough. This region is a bear, and so we have to stay healthy. You got to have a little luck. I saw a thing today that came out, top 15 in AAA, and 5 of those teams were in our region. And the 2 of those teams that were not included were Mary Parsons and Spalding. And I think those 2 teams are going to be vastly improved. So it's going to be the SEC of high school football here. But that's why you sign up. That's why you come to Troop. That's why you want to play football. And so we're really, really excited about that. So with that being said, I'll open it up to questions, and then I can introduce these guys or how y'all want me to do it.
Coach, and I know last year y'all were in just about every game. Y'all probably lost a few games at the end.
Yeah.
This year, having experienced guys, do you think that will really help you when y'all get in those close games like that?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. You know, last year we lost the Harris County game where we fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line early in the game, but then late in the game we're down there throwing in the end zone to win the game and didn't get that done. We had a 10-point lead on Whitewater at Whitewater in the second half and lost that lead. And then we were at Sandy Creek and had the lead with 40 seconds left to go and lost that game. If we win any one of those games, we're in the playoffs. And so we just got to figure out how to finish that. But a lot of that is youth, inexperience. And so I feel very confident with the guys coming back. There's no substitute for experience. So I feel very, very good that those little hiccups that we had, whether it be a turnover or a penalty or what it may be, you know, I think we got that remedy just based on experience alone.
Yeah, I know they're different sports too, but to have guys who won a championship in baseball, and obviously Davis and Garrison here today, how much does that help?
Oh, tremendously. You know, regardless of what sport it is, it's still the pressure of having to perform, right? And performance. You know, a lot of guys, you know, with inexperience can get performance anxiety and different things that they have going on. And, you know, Kirby Smart says it best. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And so I think our guys, whether it be Davis, whether it be Garrison, whether it be Chase Mosley, whoever it may be, that's a big stage, and they're just now kind of accustomed to being on the big stage. And what it does is, Kevin, it kind of slows down your thought process a little bit. It calms your blood pressure and allows you to think and react and not play tense. And so I feel like absolutely that, and even me as being the head coach, I think I learned a lot about just being in charge of a competitive team, you know, when you make a run like that in the playoffs, what it takes to win a championship. So I think I'm a better coach for it as well.
Coach, you brought up the game against Harris County last year. You guys get to face them as early as week 3 at home. How important is that game? Have you circled it on the calendar?
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily have it circled on the calendar. You know, that is a rival. That is, we have played Harris County in Troops history more than any other school we've played as a rival. But, you know, there was a very competitive game last year. I know it means a lot to Garrison because he's from Harris County. But they have a really good program. Tommy Watson does a great job. We were right there in that game. We thought we had a great scheme going into that game. We felt like that game was there for the taking, and we didn't take advantage of it early in the season, and that's our fault. But kudos to Harris County because they play extremely hard. We get them at our place. I think that's a big deal, especially early in the season. I don't know if you've ever been to Harris County, but it's tight quarters over there in the locker room, and you got to dress behind the locker room because there's not adequate room for you, and it's 95 degrees, and so you start talking about fatigue and that kind of thing. So I think being at home is a big deal for us this year. But I wouldn't say have it circled. I think we've got them all circled. You know, all 10 of those games I think we've got circled.
Coach, you just mentioned it. I mean, those 10 games you got on the schedule, it's a tough region, and you got some tough non-region opponents as well. Does that make your team better every week that you can't take any opponent for granted?
Yeah, I think so. It keeps you on edge. It keeps you focused. You know, the big thing with this region is week to week keeping people healthy. You know, that's the biggest deal. People, you know, look back, we really thought Teo Todd's senior year that we had a team to win the state championship. You know, we were turning almost everybody, you know, from a team that went to the semifinal their junior year. And then Teo, we go to Whitewater, and Teo goes down with a season-ending injury. And then we go to Whitewater last year, and Garrison goes out for 4 weeks. You know, we got to keep people healthy. You know, we can't have our quarterbacks and running backs and everybody going down. You know, and that's the name of the game for everybody in this region. I think at the back end, when you start looking into late October, in this region, it's going to be whoever's the healthiest.
Coach, I remember we talked about it when you came to Troop High School in 2015. How much has it meant to you and your family just become a part of this, not just the high school, but this community?
Yeah, it's great, Kevin. Never in my wildest dreams. You know, we have broke the school record for most wins in the season twice. We've won more than any coaching staff has ever won at Troop High School in football. We broke the record for school wins in baseball. We won the first ever state championship. In baseball, we won 2 region championships in baseball, 1 in football. You know, and that's all good. But those things are collecting dust on my desk. You know, and the biggest thing is my wife's the principal at Long Cane Middle School, and she makes tremendous relationships with her kids, and they filter right up to us at Troop High School. So we're able to have that connection. Lanier just graduated from Troop High School. And then I have Chandler, that'll be a rising junior at Troop High School, and Chambers down at Long Cane. And the way that people in this community, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, whether it be Troop, LaGrange, Callaway, I feel like we made great friends. We have a lot of respect for our opposing coaches and players. And, you know, the thing I think, Kevin, the biggest deal is I felt like I've done it my way. And it's a little bit awkward, a little bit unique at times. But, you know, I feel like I just have to be who I am, and I'm really proud that I didn't try to do it any other way but just my way.
I know, obviously, we're talking.
That I have to stop and pinch myself and say, hey, we just won the state championship. And to be honest with you, it's the most humbling thing I think I've ever been involved in, except for that 1-9 season. That was pretty humbling too. But to win a state championship, you just realize how many coaches have had great careers and maybe won one in 30 years, 40 years, or didn't win one at all. And they're still great coaches. And guess what? One thing that I realized in that 1-9 season, I worked just as hard, if not harder, in that 1-9 season as I did in baseball this year, winning the state championship. So God's got to be on your side. He has to really smile on you and keep you healthy. You have to have a little bit of luck that goes along with it, and you got to have great players. But yeah, there's not a day goes by, and we talk about it at football. You know, there are things at football that we talk about that relate over to our football program, from baseball to football, and learning what it takes just to compete at a very high level. And so we're very fortunate to have won that state championship. We'll have our ring ceremony in September. I think we're being honored next month in August with the school board here at Troup County Schools. So there's not a day goes by that we don't have some conversation about that. And even the guys that didn't play, you got Boog right here to the left that was at every home playoff game, you know, celebrating right there by the dugout. And you know, I just want those guys who didn't win a ring in baseball to feel, you know, that high of winning a state championship in football.
See, what we're going to do now is just bring each one of the players. I should also point out, incredibly humbling thing is y'all decided to give me one of the state championship rings, which is utterly unexpected and undeserved.
No, very much. Let me stop right there and say this. You know, I thought that I worked really, really hard, but I know this, and I speak for my counterparts at other places, from rec league all the way to high school. You would do a tremendous job with us in this community. We wouldn't have the notoriety that we have as players or as coaches without you. You're the cornerstone for that, and we really appreciate it. Well deserved. I can't wait for you to get your ring in September.
I got a little choked up, to be honest.
Well, I hope that kind of takes away a little pain at the Braves.
All right. But anyway, what we're going to do now is just keep each one of the players just to come up one at a time and just give me your name and just your position and just a real quick kind of overview of what you're hoping to accomplish this season. 15-0 in a state championship, right? So anyway, just whatever order y'all want to do it.
Davis, let's start with you and we'll work our way down there and back to
My name is Davis Mogus. I play receiver for Troup High Football, and I also play baseball. I'm a center fielder and I pitch.
Davis, just tell me, I know you played a lot freshman and sophomore. How much are you looking forward to your junior season?
Coming back, I'm really looking forward to this season because we didn't exceed our expectation for last season. So we're really working as hard as we can. Coming back for this season, we're really ready for it.
Yeah, you look at this offense, Davis, obviously you and these guys, y'all played a lot of football together over the years. How good do you think this offense can be this season?
As great as we know we can play.
Yeah.
We have great connections, great chemistry. If we play as expected, we have every right to make the playoffs or even go as far as that.
Yeah. And how good is this guy sitting next to you, Garrison? You look at what he did last year, and I'm sure he's going to be even better this year. How good is Garrison?
He's great. You know he can run the ball. That's his thing.
Yeah.
You know he loves to run it. But especially thing is he can throw just because he can run the ball, and that's what's great about him. I love him as my quarterback.
Yeah, just talk about this team. Obviously, you mentioned the chemistry, the dynamic behind it, but last year being as battle tested as you guys are entering this year, how much confidence does that give you entering this season?
It's great because last year we were kind of young. We had a few young players that had never seen like varsity football. Like we've been playing football, but it wasn't big boy varsity football. But now that we've played more football together and the chemistry is just as good, I feel it's great.
Learning from last year and taking into this year, you know, what's kind of going to be the offense's mentality?
Play fast. That's our thing. Be in shape and play fast. We want to go as fast as possible and play as quick as possible. That's really it.
I wanted to ask you, Davis, I know your granddad's here today, Coach Mike Monkus. I know how much it means to you to be able to, especially share baseball with him, and he's coaching football, and your mom's here too. How much does that mean to you to have him, to be able to be around him every day?
It's great because, you know, it's something I can go to, even though, like, I just know somebody that, like, I can go and talk to. even though it's not like a coach, but it's another family member. It's somebody I can go and sit down and talk to, even if I didn't have somebody else.
I know I asked Coach Blisson about how much he thinks winning a championship in baseball can help in football.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like for you and the other baseball guys, having that confidence to know that you can win at the highest level, how much do you think that helps in football?
I feel like it's great. I feel like it actually does give like everybody a boost of confidence, just knowing that people around them have done the same thing. I feel like it definitely boosts their head to feel like they can also achieve the same accomplishments.
How much you looking forward to the season?
I'm looking forward to a lot, especially coming off of last year. I feel like we can do some very good things this year. Surprise a lot of people.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much, Davis. Congratulations on winning baseball. By the way.
My name is Garrison Edwards. I'm a senior this year, and I play quarterback for Troop High. I also play baseball, play left field. This year, coming off last year, we went 5-5. I felt like every game we was in it, I felt like it hurt us the most because like every day in practice, like coming in Monday or Sunday, because we would have walkthroughs, we attacked each week hard, every game plan hard, and you know, all you can ask for at the end of the day is that we were right there most games, and you know, sometimes it don't come out our way. This year, I mean, I would say that we would work same amount, not harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all we can ask for is just to be right there at the end of the game, and that's something that we're gonna work on this year to close out games this year.
Garrison, you're going into your second year as a starting quarterback. How much more comfortable do you feel this year as compared to where you were a year ago?
I feel very comfortable. I'm also really confident in the guys around me. We had some guys around me who didn't have a lot of varsity experience, and I didn't have a lot of varsity experience either. So I feel like that's also good because we also have grown together. We had Wade. He's probably the only 3-year starter on the offense that we had. So his leadership has also been a good thing. But I think like everybody's on the same pathway. I feel like this year we're gonna put it all together.
You got some pretty incredible playmakers around you on offense, running back, a couple of your wide receivers here. How nice is that as a quarterback, knowing whoever you get the ball to has a chance to really make something special happen?
It's always good to know that we have Javarius Warner, Davis, Desmond, Trey Dean, Blaze Bell, Parker Townsend. You know, the way we like to play, we like to, have the ball in anybody's hands, get the ball to them fast, and let them do what they do. We have offensive linemen that we trust, and we just like to get behind them and run the ball.
Garrison, being a leader and a senior on this team, what has that meant to you, just to have other guys that are younger than you looking up to you?
I really like that. I have seniors with me like Skyland. He's a pretty good football player, but he's the leader of the defense, I would say. We all come together, and then a lot of the guys I play baseball with, like Davis, Chase, Trey Dean, they're a little bit younger than me, but I feel like leadership-wise, like we all push each other to our fullest, and I feel like that's a good team. I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like that's something that every player has on our football team. We push each other, no matter how young we are.
Being comfortable in charge of the offense this year, going in from the spring to the summer, how much more comfortable are you feeling?
Very comfortable. Obviously, with the spring, I wasn't able to be around the football guys as much because we had baseball going on. But it was a good thing that every morning, first period, I was able to be with those guys every day, and even during the playoffs, during the season, they would come and cheer us on. So I definitely make sure I stay connected because, I got to be able to flip that switch from baseball to football season. So that was pretty important thing.
Garrison, when you came into high school, you got a chance to be teammates with Teo Todd, who's just an incredible quarterback. How much did you learn from him?
I learned a lot. I would say he was always very calm, no matter the situation. He never panicked. He was kind of a silent, like a little bit of a silent guy, but I would call him like a silent leader, and I think like that's really important because like how hard he worked in the weight room, how hard he worked in practice. That was a good role model for everybody, especially like the seniors around him, like Noah or Birdsong. Like I was really good, and that taught me a lot.
Yeah, and when you and Davis and Trey and Chase, all you baseball guys, y'all talked about, hey, that was really fun in baseball. Let's go do the same thing in football, right?
Yes, sir. That's definitely the goal. We definitely want to win a state championship. I also feel like the football guys who weren't on the baseball team, they're very hungry. So I feel like that's good. And then also like people on the baseball team, I feel like once you get one ring, it's only gonna make you want to get another. So when you mix that around with the people that we play with that are very hungry, I feel like that's a really good thing about our team.
All right, thanks so much, Garrison. Good luck to you, man.
I'm Wade England. I'm a senior and I'm the center for Troop County football.
Just tell me how much you're looking forward to the season.
I'm looking forward for this season because we're looking for revenge this season. We only won 5 last year and we're trying to go all the way.
Wade, being an offensive lineman, it's a position that can get a little bit overlooked. You know, those guys, they get all the headlines, score the touchdowns. But how much do you enjoy being a part of that unit, especially knowing how important it is to the success of the team?
It's very important. We call ourselves the Dirty Dogs. So we just keep the momentum going on our end and we just let them play.
Yeah. And tell me, how important is the chemistry on the offensive line? 'Cause you really, all 5 guys have to kind of operate as one. How important is it for all you guys to be on the same page?
It's important. We treat it like a brotherhood. We stay together and we just work. Yeah, obviously last year, ups and downs. How much did that battle test you guys and bring you closer together too? Winning winning a game is great, but losing, it'll test you, and it really does. It brings you closer together and makes everybody want to work harder.
Is it kind of hard to believe you're a senior already? How fast do those years go by?
It's crazy. I swear, it was like, just looking back, I was a freshman and I was just wanting to play, and now I'm just a senior.
How much has it meant to you to be a part of this Troop football family over these past few years?
It means everything. Just growing up, I've known G since I was a brick ball.
Really?
I've always wanted to play for the Tigers.
How much you look forward to next Friday night? It's time to play football, or Saturday. It's time to play football, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Appreciate you, Wade. Thanks so much, man.
Wade.
My name is Desmond Cunningham. I play wide receiver and I also play basketball.
Just tell me, Desmond, I know y'all worked really hard to get to this point. How much you looking forward to getting the season started?
I'm ready. It's been a great summer. We've been pushed. We've been fighting hard. It's just going to be a great year for us.
Desmond, I know you look at this offense and you're a big part of it. These 2 guys over here are really great offensive line. How good do you think this offense can be this season?
We're going to be great. Last year, we was a young team. It was my first year coming back since my 7th grade year, so I was trying to get still comfortable with it. But this year, I feel like we're going to be great.
Yeah, why'd you kind of decide to come back and play football? Did you just really miss it?
Yes, I really missed it. And they were telling me to come out, and I just came on out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You made the decision to come back to football, obviously because of Coach G, and the team. But if you could just talk about how much he's had an impact on you.
G, he pushed me every day. He's a great coach. He be on us every day. He tell us this year, he preaching more about we get to come to practice, not we got to. So we really been harping on that a lot.
Yeah, how much you looking forward to playing with Garrison? Chase did a great job too when he filled in a quarterback last year. But to have a guy like that at quarterback, how nice is that for an offense?
Garrett's a great quarterback. We've been working out to practice, keep getting extra work in. And Chase, he's a great quarterback too. Last year, he stepped up for Garrett when he got hurt at Whitewater. So we got some great 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, how much did you enjoy watching those baseball guys win? That's pretty fun for you.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was there at every playoff game home. and I was cheering them on. That when they had won against, I think they played with Piggins. Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, obviously you're a big part of the basketball team too. I know basketball's, I don't know what your main sport is, but do you really enjoy being a multi-sport guy?
Yeah, yes, I do. Basketball, it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Being a wide receiver, this is kind of the running game's such a big part of this offense, but being a wide receiver, is your mindset just, I'm going to be ready when my number's called, and when you get a chance to make a play, just make the most of it?
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. You just got to stay ready. The ball's going to come to you.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun season.
Yes, sir.
All right, Desmond, appreciate you, man. Thank you.
My name is Skylar Strong. I'm a senior. I play strong safety.
Well, it's nice. First of all, it's nice to have a defensive guy. All these offensive.
Can you hear the voice of the defense?
Yes. but just tell me how much you're looking forward to this season.
I'm looking forward to this season because last season we went 5-5. Like, I feel like we're more hungry this year because we ain't really win as much. And I was usually using watching Quay Burns on them, and they ain't really lose too much, so it was something new. But I feel like we're hungry this year, and we'll have a great season this year, and we're in a new defense, so I'm ready to see how it goes.
Yeah, how good do you think this defense can be? Y'all got some really talented guys coming back. It should be a really strong unit, don't you think?
I feel like we're going to have a great season. We can run to the ball. We're not too big, so we got to use our speed. We've been working all season. Yeah.
And especially being a senior, I know there's a lot of younger players on this team too. Do you kind of look at yourself as a leader and just try to lead by example?
Yes, sir. I have started the most on defense, so I got to make sure everybody lined up right, make sure everybody good.
Yeah.
What's the biggest differences from last year to this year?
I was at outside linebacker last year, and I moved strong safety this year. So really, just moving to a new position.
How much do you enjoy playing for Coach Copeland? He's a true Pie legend. I know he really pushes you guys. To have him as your defense coordinator, how much does that help?
It feels good to have him as our defensive coordinator. He pushes us every day, make sure we work hard in the weight room. He makes sure we just working, make sure we stay in shape and all that.
Yeah, I know you've followed that baseball team. How much fun was that for you as a true student athlete to see those guys win a title?
It was great seeing them win because we ain't really do too much of football, so it was great seeing them get a ring.
Well, maybe I'll get y'all's chance. You never know.
What do you think the mentality of this defense is this year?
Just move fast, be in shape, run to the ball, make sure everybody get into the ball.
How much you looking forward to that Cedartown game a week from tomorrow? Y'all ready to play football, right?
I'm ready to play.
There you go. Well, I'm ready to watch you guys play.
Kevin, if I may. Appreciate it. Kevin, if I may, good job, Scott. You can tell the defensive boys, you know, when it comes into the room opposed to all the offensive guys. But if I could for just a minute, if I could just brag on these guys just real quick, because they're not going to brag on themselves. But I'm really proud of these 5 guys that we brought here today. All 5 of them are straight A students. All 5 of them have at least one offer to go play at the next level. Garrison's already committed to Murray State, where he'll be a dual sport guy. He'll play football and baseball. Actually, we've got 17 guys that on our current roster that already have at least one offer, and there's more to come. But I just want to start with Wade just real quick and brag on him. Wade was in a terrible car accident probably about 6 months ago, and we were not sure if he was going to be able to play football anymore. Had a situation with his leg, but he is one of the toughest individuals that I've ever been around. And for him to make that bounce back, I already felt like that he was the best center in AAA last year. And so I think Wade's going to be ready to have a good year, but he's worked his tail off just to be able to play this year. I've already spoken about Garrison and his commitment to Murray State. Garrison has over a 4.0 GPA. He was the hitter of the year in baseball in our region, was an all-state baseball player on the state championship team, but That's just a little something about Gary. Gary is one that's consistently there, consistently works. You don't ever have to worry about him showing up or staying late. And has learned to be a good leader for his team. And he's tough. He's a hard-nosed kid. If your quarterback's tough, you got a chance. And Garrison's tough, and he comes from a really great family. Davis is the only junior that I brought here. It's the first junior I've ever brought here. And it's just time for Davis to take that next step in leadership. Davis is a hometown hero. He's been that way from rec league all the way up, that people just knew the name Davis Munkus, whether it been baseball, football, basketball. Everybody has always looked at Davis to be, the next one, right? And Davis is coming into his own. He has physically gotten better, stronger, tougher. He was the MVP of our state championship baseball series. But now, we're kind of bringing him into the fold as being that leader, even as a junior. So coming here to media days for the first ever junior to do it at Troop High School is something really special. So we think a lot of him. Desmond Cunningham over here, we call him Boog. Boog is a guy that we recruited to come out and play football for the basketball court, and we're really glad he did. There again, he also has some offers to go play college football. I'm sure he'll have some in basketball as well. Him and Jadarian Maddox. Jadarian's kind of in the same boat. Not even just Jadarian, but D. Moreland. So we got 3 really, really valuable basketball players out there to help our football team. And all 3 of those guys were out there last year, but I think that's about it. They were out there trying to learn. Desmond did a lot of great things, but the learning curve and things were going really fast, and now they've kind of settled down for him so he can enjoy playing football because he knows what to do now. And so really excited about him, D. Moreland, and Jadarian Maddox. All 3 of those guys have scholarship offers. And then Skyland Strong. Skyland is our leading tackler from last year, coming back as a senior. He's our lone representative in here today from the defensive side of the ball. But he's our leader on the defensive side. He and Bubba Taylor are probably our cornerstones over there that are our big leaders. Skyland is as smart football IQ guy as we've ever had. He knows the defense like at the back of his hand. He could coach if he wanted to coach. He can get people lined up. He's our big communicator. I know when Skyland's out there that he's going to take a lot of burden off of us as defensive coaches. And so I think Skyland's really come into his own as a leader as well. Just holding people accountable is a big deal. So I'm really proud of these guys. We could have brought some other seniors up here too, because we have a very large senior and junior class, but these are the chosen ones. And I'm really proud of you guys. Looking forward to a good football season. I know it's going to be tough. I know every Friday night is going to be fun, going to be enjoyable. So if you're a true football fan or just a fan, high school fan in general of high school football, we have 8 games in Callaway Stadium this year. They have new turf at Callaway Stadium, so that's exciting. There again, our region is the SEC of high school football, so you're going to get to see some really good players. And so we're really, really excited. But just want to, again, thank y'all for having us here today.
Thanks so much, Coach Glisson and Troop High School. I should point out, you mentioned Davis. All he did was throw a complete game in Game 3 of a state championship clinching series. So that's not too bad. And Garrison made one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen in high school. Which series was that?
Is that the Jefferson series?
Jefferson series, a game that they would have won. It was a base hit, and in my mind, I'm already thinking, well, this game's over. They just won. Garrison makes this incredible throw from the outfield and nailed the guy at the plate. So, man, that was just so much fun. But again, we really appreciate y'all for being a part of this. Chandler's here, Chandler Glisson. He's another junior, and he's a part of the baseball team as well.
You got to be a starter to be able to get up on
stage. I asked him if he wanted to come up, and he said, I'll wait. But I know, I can't imagine how special that was for you to be able to share that with him and the whole family. So I really appreciate it. I can't believe we're a week away, basically, from playing football, and then we'll see what happens. And I know we'll have a lot of exciting stuff planned this year. BTV Sports will be doing our pregame show again this year, Players of the Week, and all post-game stuff. Real quick, wanted to thank our sponsor. You can see Ricky Smith Roofing, really appreciate him. Nikki Franklin and the Copper Carrot, thanks so much. And Dr. Jimmy McCamey of Family Life Center, appreciate them. And once again, thanks to our media folks from Columbus. That means a lot that y'all came to help out, and to April Ross, she is absolutely amazing. Thanks so much. And that was really fun, and let's go play football. What do you say? Let's